Radhe Radhe, Dandavad Pranam. I just wanted to make a short video because someone sent me recently a link which is already gone from Facebook, saying that the Babajis are again wrong and saying something which is not right. And it was all about the Siddha Deha. The whole matter was the Siddha Deha, the spiritual body. And the claim was like, yeah, actually the Babajis say that Guru gives the Siddha Deha, Gurudev creates and manifests the Siddha Deha. It comes from the external realm. It is not inside the soul. This is completely wrong. So the claim was like that the Babajis, and I have to say, I still don't know who they mean when they claim like this. And I was like 2 years, I didn't hear anything from that. But just now, somebody sent me that link and I read it and I said, my God, it's still us against them. And it's really, really interesting that it always goes on like that someone is right and someone is wrong. But I decided to share a light, what I learned from my Gurudev and from my Paribha, to shed a little light on that issue about the spiritual body. Now, the spiritual body, first of all we have to understand what actually is the spiritual body, what is the nature of the Siddha Deha, what is it actually like made of. It is never created, but what is it, the Siddha Deha? And the Siddha Deha is actually a body of Svarupa Shakti, a spiritual body consisting of the Svarupa Shakti of the Lord. Like we are Jivas, there are three energies of the Lord. There is the material world, Maya Shakti, then there is the spiritual world, and there is the middle world, the middle energy, the Tatastha Shakti. So the Jiva is the Tatastha Shakti. We are in the middle of the external and the internal realm, and the internal realm is of Svarupa Shakti. So the spiritual body is actually Svarupa Shakti. So the Jiva is Tatastha Shakti. Now how can the Jiva attain such a wonderful spiritual body? Now let's see what is actually Shastra saying about that, about the spiritual body. In Priti Sandarbha, Srila Jiva Goswami says, Vaikunthasya Bhagavato Jyotirangsa Bhuta Vaikundaloka Soparupaya Anantamurtayas Tatra Vartante Tasam Ekaya Saha Muktasya Kasya Murtir Bhagavata Griyata Iti Vaikunthasya Murte Iva Murte Yesham Iti Uktam. This is a very, very famous verse. And the translation is, in the spiritual world, the Supreme Lord has unlimited spiritual forms. They are all expansions of Himself illuminating that world. With each one of those forms, the Lord enjoys pastimes with a single, individual, liberated soul. And here we have clear evidence that the spiritual body is an expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead of Krishna. He has unlimited forms of that nature, and when an individual soul attains bhakti liberation, not mukti, bhakti liberation, when he's free of the material body, a liberated individual soul can attain such a spiritual body, the extension of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So we can clearly see the spiritual body, the Siddha Deha, is neither in the material realm, is not Tatastha Shakti, it is clearly Svarupa Shakti. It is a part of the Supreme Krishna. It is a part of Him, it is an expansion of Him, it has the same nature, it is Svarupa Shakti nature. So now this theory that the spiritual body, that the Siddha Deha is already as a seed form there in the heart of the Jiva, is actually nowhere found in any of the Shastras. It is just not there. It is not that like you have 100 Jivas and maybe 80 of those Jivas, they are in Vatsalya Ras, 10 are in Madhurya Ras, 5 are in Sakya Ras, and the rest will become liberated in Brahman. It is not like that. There is no blueprint of the individual soul already in the heart of the Jiva. Not even Bhakti is in the heart of the Jiva. But what is in the heart of the Jiva? It is said in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. I can see. Let me just find that. It is said there that actually Nitya Sita Krishna Prem Satya Kapunai Shavanadi Sutachita Karara Udoy. Krishna Prema is eternally perfect, and it cannot be generated by anything. It arises within the heart that has become purified by practices such as hearing, etc. Shavanadi Sutachita Karaya Udaya. So prema descends into the suitable heart of the Jiva. This prema is bhakti and finally prema are descending into our heart. And what is in the heart of the Jiva? What is really there in the heart of the Jiva? It is very easy. It is the potential to receive this bhakti. The Jiva is part and parcel of Krishna, and so the Jiva has in his heart, Hridaya, he has the potency to receive bhakti, to receive and to attain with bhakti a spiritual body. So in one sense, you can say, okay, there is a seed in the heart, but that seed is not a seed of a spiritual form. It is a seed which is always in the heart of any Jiva to receive a fertility. Like there is a field in the garden, and the field can produce, is able to produce flowers or anything from that. It has a fertile ground. So our heart, by nature, by the supreme will, is always suitable for receiving bhakti. So bhakti comes from bhakti. Someone who has bhakti will give us bhakti. It will descend in our heart, and it will rise up to prema, and then finally we can attain the Siddha Deha. It is not like automatically every Jiva has a Siddha Deha already in his heart waiting to unfold. This is not in Shastra. It is said in Shastra. I can also quote this wonderful verse from Vishwanath Chakravarti part. He's commenting, it is from the Bhagavad, and it's very recommended to read the explanation of Shripad Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Tvam Bhakti Yoga Pari Pavita Rit Sarocha Ase Shutekshita Pato Nanu Nata Pungsang Yat Yadiyata Uragaya Vivayananti Tat Vapu Branaya Se Sat Anugrahaya. O Lord, you who are approached by being heard about, seen, and directly served, enter and remain in the lotus of your devotee's heart, infused with Bhakti Yoga. Much praised Lord, by your mercy, you bestow to them spiritual bodies appropriate to the mood they cultivate during sadhana. This is a very, very important point. Very important point. Many important points in this verse. Krishna enters into the heart of the living entities. That means by bhakti we can establish a relationship to Krishna, a personal relationship according to the mood we cultivate during our sadhana. And and accordingly, appropriate to this mood, we will attain a suitable spiritual body, which is an expansion of the divine couple, either of Radhika or of Krishna, depends on which mood you want to develop. So it is very clear that what is inherent in the Jiva is the potential, but not yet the functionality for bhakti. Bhakti comes into our heart. Guru gives the seed of bhakti. Very important verse. Guru gives the seed of bhakti. This wonderful verse. Brahmananda Brahmidikona Bhagyavan Jiva Guru Krishna Prasade Bhai Bhakti Lata Bicha. Bhai. Guru gives this seed of bhakti in our heart, and from this moment on, we can certainly attain a spiritual body, which is of the Krishna's internal nature, of Svarupa Shakti. So the Tatastha Shakti, the Jiva, sometimes it is compared to iron. So when we put iron in the fire, the iron takes on the same qualities of the fire. So at the end you have a burning rod, a burning iron, but it's the same quality as fire, but still it is an iron. So in the same way, the Tatastha Jiva, perfected, when he attains perfection by bhakti, bhakti is like the fire. Bhakti will make that iron into fire, but still it is an iron. Tatastha Shakti will never become Svarupa Shakti. But now we are immersed in Maya Shakti. But when we are liberated and when we have attained perfection, we will be immersed in Svarupa Shakti. But still we are eternally, we are Tatastha Shakti Jivas. But now, when we are perfected, we will be immersed in Svarupa Shakti. We will have attained a body suitable to our mood, which we practiced during our sadhana. Now, as Raganuga devotees who aspire for Manjari Bhav, what we will cultivate that mood, and Narottam Das Thakur is saying that what we cultivate during sadhana will be satya, will be the goal. So what we cultivate now will be then bestowed to us. Here in the Bhagavatam, Krishna is bestowing to us that body which is suitable for our mood. So how do we get this mood? Some say it is already in the heart, but right now I quoted several things which is not supporting this idea that the Siddha Deha is already in the heart of any jiva. It is not like that. In Shastra, I asked many devotees, not only the Babajis, I asked many parivars, Advaita Parivar, Gadadhar Parivar. Really, it is not, they all confirmed that the jiva has no spiritual body already present in the heart. It cannot be like that because the spiritual body is of Svarupa Shakti. It is an eternal form of the Lord. So never can a spiritual body grow in the heart of the jiva. What grows in our heart is bhakti. And when we will reach prema, we can attain that spiritual body, that Siddha Deha, which is bestowed to us by Krishna or Radhika. Sometimes I also heard some gurus say Radhika gave the guru the information which Siddha Deha, which spiritual body is suitable for the sadhaka. So guru is not manufacturing, guru is not creating, guru is just an ambassador, just a mailman. He just reveals to us the information how we should meditate on our desired spiritual body. It is not like that he is just thinking of something, giving something. No. He receives that information. I asked my Gurudev, and he said he receives this information when he is in deep trance, in deep meditation, and Krishna reveals that information to Sri Guru. Bhaktivinoda Thakur also says exactly like that. In Harinam Chintamani, he also says the sadhaka approaches Guru, Guru goes into meditation and introduces the sadhaka to this suitable spiritual body. Guru is not manufacturing. Gurudev is checking the disciple and he is seeing the desire, and then he is going into close contact with the Supreme, and then the suitable body will be, this information will be shared with the disciple, and then he can practice Raganuga Bhakti with the desire to want to identify with that spiritual body. I'm not saying this is a cheap and easy thing. I'm of a male nature. It is not very easy to conceive myself as a manjari. But this is what Gurudev gives, and this is our bhajan. This is our sadhana. This is what Narottam Das Thakur says. This we should cultivate. We should meditate on the details Gurudev revealed to us. I'm not saying that this is the only way. The holy name can reveal this form. Krishna himself can reveal this form. But one way certainly is that Gurudev is giving this information. Now you see, there are many points to be considered. many say, okay, the spiritual body is now in the spiritual world and I am now here in the material world. What is my spiritual body doing right now when I am cultivating my sadhana? This cannot be. It has to be developed. But here we fall into the trap of the mental concoction of our materially limited mind. It is not possible for us to really think about that. To think that when we cannot make this comparison to say, we sit here now, what is my spiritual body doing? We cannot compare these two realms. We have here a realm where time is killing everything. Time is taking everything away. In the spiritual world, we have eternal time. So we cannot compare this. It is not possible for our conditioned mind to fathom this point that the spiritual body is, we cannot even say already there, and we just have to attain it. This is all speaking in temporary definitions. It is limited by time. My Gurudev told me it is nothing to understand, it is something to realize. Right now he said to me that the best thing to understand for our limited mind, it is like a cloth which is very beautiful waiting for you to wear when you are qualified to wear it. So I understood this to mean that when I will reach the point in bhakti when I can see and feel my spiritual body, which may not be in this lifetime, who knows, by the Guru Kripa it can be in this lifetime, but it is said that at the stage of bhav, you can have glimpses of that spiritual body. You can have impressions, you can have spiritual impressions of that body, and on the stage of prema, you cannot tolerate this material body anymore, and you will take birth in Braja Lila with your spiritual body. But it is not that your spiritual body is in the heart and it grows from a seed into something. This is not the case. And the spiritual body is an eternal expansion of Radha and Krishna. It is not that it grows within us. It is really in the spiritual realm, and we have to lose the conditioning of our mind by sadhana bhakti to come to bhava bhakti and then to prema bhakti and then to identify with that spiritual body. This is the task, this is the mission of the sadhaka, and Guru is giving the sadhaka informations about that spiritual body. It is not like it is already fixed in my heart. It is not the spiritual body, the Svarupa Shakti body can never be in the Tatashta energy. It is different. We will be immersed by Tatashta, by Svarupa Shakti, but we will always be Tatashta Jivas. This is the beautiful, beautiful mercy of Radha and Krishna, that they give us a vessel, a wonderful vessel, a spiritual body with which we can directly serve them. How this will work, this is not to be understood. This is just to be realized. But we can be assured, like in the Bhagavatam we hear, Krishna will bestow the suitable body according to the mood we practice during our sadhana. Also, one argument is like, when the Siddha Deha is already fixed in the heart of the Jiva, and it just automatically will come up. So then in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, there's one verse where it is said that actually due to offenses, you can actually fall down from your rasas. Your rasa can decline. When you have been in Madhurya rasa and you do offenses, you can fall down into a lower considered rasa. So if the Siddha Deha would already be fixed since eternity, how can you drop down from one rasa to another rasa? Jiva Goswami also says like that. That is possible by offenses, that you will fall down, you will step down from one rasa to the next lower rasa. All rasas are perfect, but the hierarchical order is there, and it is said by offenses you can really come down from the highest rasa to the next one. So how is this possible if the Siddha Deha is already fixed? It cannot be like that. The Siddha Deha, also what we can see in consideration is that actually the Siddha Deha is is really a vessel which we as a Jiva soul can inhabit. We can we will be like when we now I identify with my material body and see myself with flesh and blood, but when we are perfected, we will identify with our spiritual body, and what's more is we will be our spiritual body. There will be no more difference between I have a body, I will be that body, because it is a body of bhav. So we need the stage of bhav to start being to start identify in the real sense with the spiritual body. This is the way of doing this, of Raganuga Sadhana Bhakti, to come to the level of Bhava Bhakti, where we can have, at the stage of Ashakti, we have so much attraction to Radha and Krishna that we can have actually also glimpses, spurtis of our Siddha Deha. This is all done by the mercy of Bhakti. Bhakti will do all these things. She will come into our heart, because the heart is the most receptible place, and from the heart everything else will develop. This is what is eternally manifested in the heart, this functionality, the potentiality, the potential, Jiva Goswami says, to attain a Siddha Deha is in the heart of the Jiva, but not yet the functionality. And the functionality comes when Guru gives the seed of Bhakti. This is actually what Shastra is saying, and I'm not saying one way is right and one way is not right, but actually this is what really Shastra is saying, that the Siddha Deha is an expansion of the Supreme Personality, and he will bestow such a body to us according to our mood. This is what we can see also in the Shastra. This is what they say, the Bhakti Lata beach will grow until we reach the stage of Prema. And at the end, honestly speaking, even if both would be right, if those who say that the Siddha Deha is already in the heart, the Siddha Deha is in the spiritual world, at the end, the goal is the same. We have to identify with that spiritual body. But I just wanted to share what Shastra is saying about the Siddha Deha, and what the Goswamis are saying about the Siddha Deha. It is nothing cheap. It is nothing someone is speculating about. It is in our parivar. It is Sri Gurudev who acts as the gateway to release this information to the sadhaka. And like I said, the jiva is like the fire. The jiva is like the iron who is put into the fire of bhakti, and through this transformational process, fire will be the nature. It will be hot, it will be burning hot, but still it is iron. But this is like Tatashta Shakti will be put into Svarupa Shakti, and it will take on the energy of the Svarupa Shakti. And at that point, we are able to really identify and attain the spiritual body. I hope I could say something worthwhile, and I could say a little bit about how my parivar, and I asked many others also. I asked many people from different parivars. This is how they see it. This is how really like it is said in the Shastra that the Siddha Deha is really something bestowed to us. Actually, the jiva is actually not in the position to get anything. All is actually mercy. Everything is mercy. Nothing is by our own endeavor. Rupa Goswami says Raganuga Bhakti only comes by the mercy of Krishna and his devotees. Same with the Siddha Deha. Also, one may ask, but now, Tarun, how can I develop this desire for a particular mood for a Siddha Deha? And Rupa Goswami answers this with a beautiful commentary of Jiva Goswami in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. During many, many lifetimes, we cultivate a specific inclination to attain a specific ras. And the more this inclination gets stronger and stronger, we will always come in this line when we take birth. We will always have this inclination is cultivated by lifetimes, by sanskaras. Maybe we have been many lifetimes before in a different mood, but according to who we meet and what is giving to us, always is giving. It's nothing that we can do. It is always given according to these many impressions. One specific inclination will prevail and lead us to Sri Guru, who will give us the Siddha Deha to this specific inclination. And this inclination, the potential to have such an inclination, is always situated in the heart of the Jiva. This is like always. We have this potential to receive the Bhakti Lata Beach, and we have the potential to attain the Siddha Deha, but not yet the functionality. Not yet. Only through the mercy of Bhakti Devi we can attain the spiritual body. This is what I wanted to say, and I hope I didn't offend anyone. I just wanted to say that it's very bad to say those are right and those are wrong. Oh, these say this and these say that. Best is to present the Shastra, or at least I say an interpretation of my Gurudev or my Parivar of the Shastra, what it means to them and how they apply it. Everyone can apply it differently, but we can see in the verses I quoted, Srimad Bhagavatam is the all in all for the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, and this verse really stands out, that when it is said that by your mercy you bestow to them the spiritual bodies appropriate to the mood they cultivate during sadhana. Is in the third canto, 9th chapter, verse 11, with the beautiful Bhanuswami of ISKCON made a wonderful translation of that verse, because he also put in the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and his explanation of this verse is exactly the same like the verse in Prema Bhakti Chandrika, like Narottam Das Thakur saying, that which you practice now will be the eternal practice for you. So this all is connected, all fits together, all really fits together, and the Jiva, we are so lucky that we have this beautiful potency, that we can have this wonderful spiritual body, which is actually bestowed to us by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is what I wanted to say. Radhe Radhe. Dandavat Pranam. Radhe Radhe. I just wanted to add to my video yesterday some thoughts. First of all, I realized after watching the video that someone may think, oh man, Tarun, you said Gurudev is just like a mailman, but I didn't mean it in the sense of a derogative or diminishing, in a diminishing sense. I just meant the function in this matter of Sri Gurudev, who is giving us the information of our Siddha Deha, which he received from the Supreme Lord. He acts in a function like a mailman. I was not meaning it in a diminishing or in a derogative way, for God's sake. I would never do this. I know that actually Guru is Alpha and Omega, and without the mercy of Sri Gurudev, there will be nothing possible. So I just want to clarify that the use of the word mailman came to my mind because he really brings us the most valuable information of our life. At least I can say for me it was like that. So I just wanted to clarify that. Also, two things I thought about after watching the video and thinking about the matter is why the Siddha Deha can never be like a seed in the heart of the Jiva is the following. First of all, there are two ways of practicing bhakti. One is Vaidhi Bhakti, one is Raganuga Bhakti. So first of all, the Bhakti Lata Bija is not in the heart of the Jiva. It is given by Sri Gurudev or by a devotee of the Lord. It is actually said Guru gives the Bhakti Lata Bij in this famous verse of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Bhakti is not in the heart of the Jiva, so Bhakti enters the heart of the Jiva. So if Bhakti is not in the heart of the Jiva, then there can also not be a seed like Siddha Deha in the heart. And if it would be like that, then how to explain if the Siddha Deha would be like a seed in the heart of the Jiva, then automatically one soul will practice Vaidhi Bhakti if it is a Vaikuntha Siddha Deha, and the other soul would practice Raganuga Bhakti if it would be, for example, a Siddha Deha in the Madhurya Ras. But we know from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that especially in the case of Raganuga Bhakti, the start of Raganuga Bhakti is depending only and solely on the grace of a devotee. So it starts with the kripa of the Raganuga devotee who gives us this mercy to start Raganuga Bhakti. And if the Siddha Deha of, for example, of a Manjari would be already as a seed in the heart of the Jiva, then we would automatically start Raganuga Bhakti without even the mercy of a devotee. But actually, the Raganuga Bhakti, Rupa Goswami is saying, starts only by the mercy of Sri Guru and of Krishna and his devotees. So it is not possible that there is a seed in the heart which is can be a Vaikuntha body, or it can be a Raja body in Madhurya Ras or Vatsalya Ras. It's not possible, because all this is the mercy of the Vaishnava and especially the mercy of Sri Guru. So I just wanted to add these little thoughts. It popped in my mind, and I just want to clarify that. Radhe Radhe.